Good morning, everyone. If we could all take our seats, that would be great. We're going to get started in just a minute. You can come on right next to me, no problem. He's changed his mind.
Okay, thank you.
No worries, don't worry about it.
You just tell me where to go.
Good.
Right here, please. Do not go over that line. Okay? Do not pass that line. She's going to be close to you when you want, but we
It's
need her
okay.
in the
I'll
front.
be
No
mindful
problem.
of my signing space.
No problem, and there'll be others switching with me, so we'll
Okay.
be good. Thank you, everybody. Thank you all for joining us today. My name is Erin Christmas, and I am the library director for the city. I'm thrilled. Thank you. I'm thrilled you're all here today for the groundbreaking of our new specialist Jesus S. Duran Eastside Library. Before we begin, I invite you all to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. As we begin, I would like to take a couple of moments to acknowledge several people in the audience joining us today. First, we have our Mayor Pro Tem, Chuck Conder, Councilmember Philip Falcone, Councilmember Clarissa Cervantes, Councilmember Jim Perry, Councilmember Steve Hemingway, State Senator Sabrina Cervantes, City Manager Mike Futrell, and Specialist Jesus S. Duran's daughter, Tina. And his son. The Duran Eastside Library has a tremendous history in this part of the community, starting with the award-winning Cybrary that opened in 2000. We are excited you are all here to witness the beginning of this next chapter. To get us started, let me turn it over to Mayor Pro Tem Chuck Conder.
Well, good morning, everyone. What a glorious day the Lord has given us to do this. Amazing. And we're exciting for this day, not only for us, but for our community. Today we break ground on not just a building, but on a future full of opportunity, learning, and connection. This new library will be more than a place for just books. It will be a hub of creativity, collaboration, and community growth. Behind this, there'll be a 15,000 square foot facility which will feature a dedicated storytime space for our children. Reservable study and conference rooms, which are going to be free for you to use, and a large marketplace that encourages innovation and hands-on learning. This library is truly designed for everyone, from our youngest readers to lifelong learners and even old retirees like me. Located next to the Cesar Chavez Community Center, this library will be part of a larger space here at this park where families already come to gather and play and connect. And for students, it will be an incredible resource, a safe, welcoming place to study, to collaborate, and to access the tools they need to succeed. The new Jesus Duran Library is going to enhance the entire area and truly serve as a cornerstone of community life. As a retired military officer and a dad who's got a son retiring next Saturday, and he outranks me, folks, I got to salute him. It really warms my heart anytime I can be someplace where we can honor our military heroes. Riverside has a 107-plus year history of being with the military, a military town, and it is only fitting, and we're deeply honored that this library will bear the name of Specialist Jesus S. Duran, who was posthumously awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor. His legacy, and that's important, his legacy of courage, service, and sacrifice will live on here at this park, inspiring generations who will walk through those doors with his name proudly written above it. It is truly important that we never forget the sacrifice that our military members make, that have made, and those that will make in the future. So again, this is an honor to Mr. Jesus Duran for his sacrifice, and I want to thank everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all those that work so hard to bring this to life today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Condor. Next, I'd like to welcome Senator Sabrina Cervantes to the podium to say a few words.
Good morning. It is my honor to be here with you today as your state senator representing the 31st Senate District that includes the East Side community here of Riverside. For 9 years in the legislature, my focus has always been on bringing resources home to communities that have far been overlooked in Sacramento. And today we're breaking ground on something that will make a lasting difference for generations to come. The first permanent library dedicated to the East Side community. As we know, libraries are so much more than brick and mortar buildings. They are a safe place for our children to learn. They are a resource for working families and a gathering place that strengthens community pride. That is why when Councilmember Clarissa Cervantes came to me with this concern that every other ward has a permanent library with exception of Ward 2. And it was about inequity, and it's about lifting up the voices of those who have felt neglected. And so that is why together with the City Parks and Rec Department, we got to work. And I'm proud that I was able to secure $4.5 million in state budget funding alongside a $10 million grant from the California State Library. That's nearly $15 million going directly into this $20 million project. This is a true partnership between state and local leaders, making sure that we are directly investing in our communities. This is a moment that is important to the future generation of the East Side. And that's something that I hold on to every day, that I fight for you in Sacramento. What are we doing to make your lives easier? What are we doing to make sure that our children see an opportunity where their dreams matter and that they come true as well? And so it's about investing in these neighborhoods. And I'm grateful for the work that has been done over the last several years here, in particular in the East Side, with the opening of the renovation of the Boardwell Park Gymnasium. Now today's groundbreaking. Not only is the East Side being seen, but it's being invested in. And I hope that is something that you all feel today. This library will stand as a promise to future generations, as I stated, but again, it is proof that when local leaders and state leaders come together, we can make these dreams become a reality. And again, I want to just thank, as a personal point of privilege, my sister, Councilmember Cervantes, because she has been fighting for the East Side since she's been elected. And it's all those with the family's vision, making sure that we bring this to fruition. And so I just want to take a moment to recognize the family today with a certificate of recognition for today's groundbreaking. I look forward to returning for the doors, these beautiful doors, to be open, a place that will stand as a symbol of opportunity, a place of equity, and a place of pride for all of our communities, especially our military families.
Thank you so much, Senator Cervantes. I'd like to welcome Councilmember Philip Falcone to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. You know, I have the privilege of, alongside my colleague, Councilmember Cervantes, we together represent the East Side community, and it truly is an era of renaissance for the East Side, as Senator Cervantes had shared. So many groundbreakings, grand openings, investment is happening here, and you're part of that history today. But before I go any further, I do think it is significant that we, of course, recognize again the Duran family, Tina, Chewy, for your family's service and sacrifice. Being one, your father being one of only 3 Medal of Honor recipients from the city of Riverside, and his name be proudly represented on this building. So we thank you for your service and sacrifice, and of that of your family and your father. So as I had shared, though, the East Side, it is truly an era of renaissance for this community, long overdue. And, you know, libraries are so significant to our communities, and it's more than just, I say in the past, this is not about, you know, libraries of the 1950s anymore. Libraries are really temples to learning. I had heard that I'm going to say that Director Christmas said that. I don't know who said that. I heard that somewhere one time, and I said, and I'll give credit to Director Christmas for that. But this is a more than 4 walls. It is a temple to learning and education, to community, not just about a static place that holds books. There is so much more. And you can go into any of our library branch facilities across the city, and you will see every day an exciting and engaging location that is usually bursting at the seams, full of people, young people in particular. So now more than ever, the commitment to investment, not only in the East Side community, but in our library system, is warranted. So we're very excited for this. And I will say that in addition to the advocacy and the funding, of course, both by my colleague Councilmember Cervantes and Senator Cervantes as well, that's what brings us here today. And also, though, the city team that's working behind the scenes to make this happen. Of course, our library team, under the direction of an absolutely phenomenal library director, Director Christmas. This team, with a small but mighty team, moves mountains. And in addition, I want to also recognize our general services team, our facilities team that make this happen, under direction of Director Lee Withers, who are doing so much with... All these groundbreakings and unveilings and these buildings that are going up don't just happen out of circumstance. They don't just happen because it's cool and it's great. These are teams of people that are doing it, that are working long hours to make it happen, and we're grateful for that. So together we celebrate this great investment in the East Side community, in the Duran family, and also knowing that, you know, this is exciting. Yes, this is wonderful, but we're really going to be excited when we're here that day to open those doors wide, to welcome in the community, to welcome in the families to enjoy this facility. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilmember Falcone. Next, I'd like to welcome Councilmember Clarissa Cervantes to say a few words.
Thank you all so much for being here today. I want to begin with just taking a moment for us to acknowledge the original caretakers and indigenous owners of the land that we are on, native land today, which is the Kuya, Gabrieliano, Serrano, and Tongva tribes that are still here with us in the community. And it is such a powerful day for us to be here. And I want to begin with saying that none of us do anything alone, especially when we talk about delivering and bringing amazing projects like this to fruition in life for our community. And so while there's been many acknowledgments, and I'm honored and humbled to hear recognition and gratitude for the work, working hand in hand with my big sister, the senator, I want to thank my colleagues on the council, because I'm one vote, and I couldn't have got this across the finish line without their support as well. So thank you, Councilmember Hemingway, Councilmember Perry, Councilmember Falcone, Councilmember Condor, and the others who couldn't be here today, and even some of my past colleagues. Yes. Who are part of that effort so that we could make sure when we had the items come back to council. There's many things we have to vote on to see these days come, so I cannot thank you enough for supporting and equally believing in the investment that the East Side community deserves. That was previously Ward 2 and now is Ward 1, but we co-represent and share this, as Councilmember Falcone stated. And to be here again today is just a dream come true. Last night, I just kept thinking, I can't believe the day has come. We're going to break ground, but I cannot wait for the day when we open the doors, as was stated. And just to share, as a little girl growing up, one of the most powerful places my mother took me to was our local library. And in the local library, she would take us there in the summers and say, choose books. And she would guide us to a couple shelves. And I'll never forget her guiding us to the history shelves and asking us to pick someone to study over summer. She's a teacher, by the way, so we never got a summer off. But she would say, you know, you should look over here. And picking out books about Martin Luther King Jr., Cesar Chavez, and civil rights icons and leaders really inspired me to want to make a difference and to recognize inequities that existed not just then, but obviously that we see here today. And so for the East Side to be uplifted and to have, and just to share, the old library location that we had one of the heaviest foot traffics of people using the library in the city, showing the demand and the need. And now this library is going to be right here adjacent to a brand new Cesar Chavez Community Center, which my sister and Assemblymember Medina also secured $25 million for. But down the way, Riverside Unified School District is going to be building a new East Side Elementary School. We just had groundbreaking on opening for grand opening for the Dario Vasas Park. So all around us here, Boardwell Park down the way, are going to be these amazing resources for families to be able to come in to choose. I'm sorry, I heard something, Sean. Okay. I was like, did I miss another one? But just want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who has invested and who has showed up to believe that the East Side is worthy. And I actually want to recognize East Side leaders who are here with us as well. We have members from the Rael Group, the Residents of East Side Leadership in the back. And just to share that the design behind us was championed by the community. There were 3 options taken to our neighborhood groups, and this was the option. And I want to give a huge credit to our director and her entire team at the library. Thank you. Because, again, we don't do anything alone, and so when I had made this a priority for myself, it was already a priority for our director. And so, again, grateful to the partnerships, grateful for the friendships, and grateful to the family, to the Duran family. You know, when I think, again, of people going, and when we pull books off the shelves or when we go there to learn, those stories leave an imprint on us. They leave an imprint. Oh, sorry, I think there's a bug. It's okay. Oh, there's a balloon. Okay, we're okay. If a June bug lands on you, it's good luck, I promise. But just to share, when you pull off and you read a story, and if that story is a reflection of something that you connect with, it changes your life. Books have the power to take us to different locations that sometimes in places are safe spaces we need, or to open our imagination to believe something we couldn't see in ourselves or in other people. So libraries are not just special sacred spaces, but they are avenues for us to show other people that there are different lives and ways that they could live, and it opens opportunities. So thank you everyone for being here today. This is a dream come true, and you are all part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Cervantes. Our final speaker today will be Tina Duran Ruvalcaba, the daughter of Specialist Jesus Duran.
Hello and good morning, everyone. I would like to thank you all for coming to this beautiful Saturday morning to celebrate the groundbreaking of the new Eastside Library, honoring my father, Specialist Jesus Santiago Duran. There we go. I would like to give thanks to former Mayor Rusty Bailey, Dr. Cheryl Hansberger for their efforts to recognize my father as the hometown hero he was and always will be. I am indebted to them for their continued support in honoring my dad. I am grateful to Miss Erin Christmas and the entire board of the library trustees for their determination in bringing this project to life, to the city council members and Mayor Locke Dawson, to Senator Cervantes as well for securing the $4.5 million. Thank you. I would like to thank my husband Jose and my daughter Brianna, who have been with me every step of the way. I would like to share a little bit of information about my dad. He came to the Eastside community in December of 1963. He married my mom in 1968, March of 1968, was drafted in May of 68, and left. I was born when he was in Vietnam. Upon returning home from Vietnam, they divorced. He later remarried and they had a son, my brother Jesus, who shares my dad's name. My dad gave back to the community by working with at-risk youth. My father was not a large man. He was 5'6" and about 130 pounds. My dad's life was cut short. He was murdered on February 17th, 1977, down the street. Through his service in the Army, he earned the Medal of Honor for his unselfish and courageous actions on April 10, 1969, a 5-hour firefight. He helped in saving the lives of 22 men. It almost took 45 years for this recognition, and I am truly grateful to know he earned the most respected honor in his military service. He was a giant with immense courage. He will always be Eastside's hometown hero. I am honored. I am honored, along with my brother, to be here on behalf of our father. I look forward to sharing details of my dad's life so visitors will see the man this library is named after. Thank you for your time, and I am truly looking forward to seeing everyone at the grand opening of the new Specialist Jesus S. Duran Eastside Library.
So thank you once again to all of our speakers for your inspiring words and for being part of this special occasion. Thank you also to all of the city staff who made this possible, from our general services team who will be managing the construction project, to the parks team who has welcomed us to the Bobby Bonds Park, and to the amazing library team led by Jessica Herdina, our assistant library director, for the wonderful event today. I also want to thank our big partners in this. We have members of the Horizons construction team here. They'll be building our facility, as well as Cannon Design Firm. They are the architects who designed this beautiful, beautiful space. And mostly, I want to thank all of you for being here today. We invite each and every one of you to keep the celebration going by exploring the activity booths we have lined up out here, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you all for joining us.